Get ready for some serious basketball news. We start today with the Dallas Mavericks and the quiet roster move involving Caleb Martin. This 30-year-old defender is being overlooked, but we are diving deep into why this versatile wing is about to become a massive asset for the team as they push for a return to contention. We break down his defensive versatility and what it means for Dallas's future.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Eason 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the big picture with Mark Cuban and the Mavericks franchise. We explore the intense interest Cuban had in buying back his team and the significant hurdles that ultimately stopped him from taking control. Find out why this major proposition didn't materialize and what the future looks like for the franchise ownership. Now we shift focus to the Portland Trail Blazers and their crucial star situation. We examine why Anthony Davis is being positioned as the realistic star solution for the Blazers, especially as they look to fill a massive void left by losing Denny Avdija and address their frontcourt problems. We analyze the potential impact of Davis and other players like Robert Williams III on their playoff aspirations. And finally, we wrap up with the Dallas Mavericks' ideal offseason blueprint. We look at the future of the team surrounding Cooper Flagg and what strategic moves like targeting players such as Jaden Bradley and Tari Eason could transform their roster. Don't miss this breakdown of the Mavericks' draft capital and the path to a winning culture. Stay tuned. The Dallas Mavericks are quietly cultivating a potentially overlooked defensive asset in Caleb Martin, a veteran wing defender whose impact is set to increase as the team aims to regain contention. Despite not being a primary focus, Martin possesses significant defensive versatility that the Mavericks desperately need. Dallas's defensive struggles have been evident, highlighted by a 19th place finish in defensive rating and a 24th ranking in forcing turnovers. The backcourt's defensive shortcomings placed immense pressure on the big men to compensate. While Martin is not a traditional playmaker or turnover generator, his physical attributes make him a valuable defensive piece. Standing 6'5" with a 6'10" wingspan, he exhibits exceptional versatility, capable of credibly defending up to 4 positions. Crafted NBA's defensive versatility rating ranked him 13th among players logging over 750 minutes, placing him among elite defenders, alongside recognized talents like Ausar Thompson and Taumani Camara. Martin's defensive value was underscored by his ability to handle high-caliber opposition. In his top 5 matchups this season, he was tasked with guarding elite players, including Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, Jamal Murray, Jaylen Brown, and Kevin Durant, holding each opponent to 50% shooting or worse from the field. This capability to switch defensive assignments night to night is precisely what Dallas needs. Although Martin saw limited playing time this season, primarily due to the team's rotation depth, his importance is set to escalate. As the Mavericks pursue a return to playoff contention, particularly with young assets like Cooper Flagg and Kyrie Irving still in the mix, Martin's role will become significantly more prominent. As the team strives for improved defensive performance, this borderline elite wing defender will be crucial in helping Dallas transition back into winning basketball. Mark Cuban has reportedly explored the possibility of buying back the Dallas Mavericks, though the pursuit has been stalled by financial considerations. Cuban, who previously sold a 73% stake in the team to the Adelson family for $3.5 billion in December 2023, expressed willingness to assist in regaining control if the Adelsons were inclined to sell. However, he indicated that the current situation makes such a move unviable. "If there was any chance of being able to do that anymore, I would, but that's just not the game anymore," Cuban stated. He noted that numerous individuals contacted him expressing dissatisfaction with the team's direction. While he offered to contribute his equity if the Adelsons decided to sell, Cuban firmly believed that selling was not in their interest. This stance was reinforced by the fact that the Adelsons retain the option to purchase an additional 20% of the Mavericks from Cuban within 4 years. The Mavericks have struggled recently, finishing with a combined record of 65-99 over the last 2 seasons and missing the playoffs, attributed largely to injuries to stars Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. Cuban, who was vocal against the Luka Doncic trade to the Lakers, remains a minority owner with 27% of the team. Reflecting on the sale, Cuban admitted mixed feelings during a recent podcast appearance, stating, "I don't regret selling. I regret who I sold to. I made a lot of mistakes in the process, and I'll leave it at that." The Portland Trail Blazers are reportedly eyeing Anthony Davis as a realistic solution to address their significant roster shortcomings, particularly in the area of star power, following recent playoff disappointments. The team's primary challenge remains finding a co-star for rising talent Denny Avdija, as the failure to secure a playoff berth highlighted a need for elite production to compete with top-tier teams. NBA insider Chris Haynes suggested that Anthony Davis, who is currently injured with the Washington Wizards, presents a viable option for Portland should the Wizards decide to trade him before the 2026-27 season. Portland's general manager, Joe Cronin, has indicated openness to trading for a star, but emphasized a need to secure a relatively inexpensive player without sacrificing the entire future of the team. Beyond Davis, the Blazers' frontcourt situation has been scrutinized. While they possess depth with Donovan Clingan, Robert Williams III, and Yang Hansen, issues persist, notably Clingan's lack of lateral mobility, which has left the team vulnerable to specific matchups in high-stakes playoff scenarios. Robert Williams III, however, has proven to be a valuable asset, outperforming Clingan in recent contests, making his retention a priority for the team. The aggregate benefit of adding Davis is significant. His positional versatility, including his natural fit at power forward, could provide Portland with an elite defensive identity when paired with Clingan, creating a formidable frontcourt duo. Furthermore, if both Williams and Davis remain healthy, the team gains a healthier overall frontcourt structure. Despite Davis being seen as a potential fit, analysts caution that he may not solve all of Portland's problems, specifically their overall lack of shooting and the fundamental gap in star power needed to challenge contenders like the Oklahoma City Thunder or San Antonio Spurs. The ultimate necessity remains finding a superstar comparable to players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Victor Wembanyama, which necessitates finding a complementary star alongside Avdija to bridge that gap. The prospect of Davis being available in the coming offseason makes him a credible, albeit not guaranteed, option for Portland's rebuilding strategy. The Dallas Mavericks are facing a critical juncture as they attempt to rebuild after the departure of Luka Doncic, a move widely seen as detrimental to the city. The team has slipped from playoff contention to a cellar dweller in the Western Conference, compounded by the subsequent trade of Anthony Davis to Washington for minimal assets. The bright spot in this challenging season has been the emergence of 19-year-old Cooper Flagg, who has become a revelation on both ends of the floor despite carrying an injured and demotivated roster. With Flagg as the centerpiece, the Mavericks must make decisive moves this summer to foster a winning atmosphere before wasting valuable years, while their generational talent remains on a rookie contract. Following the dismissal of Nico Harrison, the team has operated under interim management, with reports suggesting owner Patrick Dumont is seeking an established big-name general manager. Experts suggest that individuals with proven experience in winning and talent evaluation, such as Oklahoma City Thunder's Vice President of Basketball Operations Jesse Good, would be ideal. Good's background in identifying and developing talent is seen as crucial for Dallas's future. The 2026 NBA Draft presents a prime opportunity for the Mavericks to reshape their roster. The team currently holds the 8th best odds to win the lottery, and they possess the Thunder's first-round pick, along with the Suns' second-round pick. The draft is filled with talent, and adding a versatile, ready-to-go player to complement Flagg is seen as the best-case scenario. Potential targets for the Mavericks include Yaxel Lendeborg, a highly decorated college player with a unique blend of skill and size, and Jaden Bradley, a proven winner with the ability to command the floor, who could be an ideal cost-effective, high-motor piece. Other considerations include veterans like Tris Middleton, Dwight Powell, and Moussa Sis, alongside potential free agents like Tari Eason, whose experience as a starter could provide immediate impact. The team is also exploring trade options for assets such as Caleb Martin and Najee Marshall to acquire younger talent or draft capital. Projected roster additions include Kyrie Irving, Kreese Dunn, Jaden Bradley, Bilal Coulibaly, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Max Christie, John Poulikitas, Tari Eason, Yaxel Lendeborg, Tris Middleton, Billy Richmond III, Derek Lively II, Daniel Gafford, and Moussa Sis. The long-term draft outlook shows protected first-round picks and potential swaps for future assets, emphasizing the need for the new front office to make impactful decisions immediately.